I changed my name and then found out it was identical to a corn star's. So I have a pretty normal first name, but my maiden name is tricky. I like it well enough, but I have spent a good chunk of my life explaining the pronunciation and spelling of it. I had even considered changing my maiden name before I was married for the sake of simplicity. Enter my husband. He has a lovely, easy to spell, very common last name, White. So when he proposed, I decided to take White as my last name. I figured, hey, I got a name that is easier to spell and pronounce. Plus, it meant a lot to him, and I thought it would be a nice romantic gesture. And at first, it was. Now, leading up to our wedding, I was completing my PhD, and working on entering the job market. Once we were married, and the name change became official, I began to modify my CV and my more general use resume. I was newly married, finishing my dissertation, and getting ready for my career, and now, at least half my name wouldn't make the hiring coordinator's eyes cross. I was excited. Fast forward to a perfectly innocent presentation on job hunting. The presenter suggests the old trick of Googling yourself to check your web presence for any old, embarrassing relics from social media. I realized I had never Googled my new name and smiled as I popped open a new search tab on my phone. Imagine my horror as I sat in a crowd of my peers, and the first thing to pop up was a thumbnail of a woman with 2 dicks in her mouth. I figured it was a fluke, or an advertisement, and scrolled hurriedly. But to my growing dismay, I found page after page of corn websites, cam sites, and OF, and forums, all tied back to my brilliant new name. Now, this presents a long-term problem. Resumes don't generally include a photo. I had to find a way to convey to potential employers that I was an entirely separate person from this taller, admittedly far more attractive woman. I definitely did not intend to insist on constantly being called doctor or including my credentials wherever I put my name. Changing my name again would require a whole court proceeding, goodness knows how much money, and another visit to the dreaded Social Security office. In addition to employment, though, I had a more immediate familial issue. My husband is Catholic, but he has an earthy sense of humor and would laugh this off. His family, though? They are kind, pious, and a little sheltered. They are also very proud in-laws who have Googled me every time I appeared in the completely boring campus newspaper. I knew they would understand, but I had to either allow them to stumble blindly into a literal hurricane of digs and pregnancy fetish material, or warn them as kindly as I could. Needless to say, our next visit was profoundly awkward. Now, I insist on using my middle initial in professional settings. I am rather particular about it. My students have been kind enough to comply, though sometimes 1 or 2 giggle when I show up on the first day. More troublingly, I also get the occasional disappointed look. I bet you're all wondering what my name is now. It's Angela White.